That's the clear message. Unless your name is John Cena or Roman Reigns, nothing's ironclad in WWE. You are expendable. They will cut you. You can be a lifer. You can have been there for 25 years. They don't care. They don't care if you've been a Grand Slam champion twice over. They will cut you. We have learned that lesson now. Scott's like, oh shit. Like they could do the Miz like that. Like they very well could. Like one day he's mentoring Carmelo, the next he's at home with Maurice and the kids and Marjo and George and Barb. Like that's how fleeting and how fast things can change in WWE. It's very rapid. Another prime example is Carlito, who is backstage on Monday Night Raw, wins the championship in Puerto Rico. His contract is not being renewed in the next couple of weeks. He's gone. He was actively in storyline, actively in an over group in WWE, got the bag a couple of years ago, and now WWE says, thank you for your service. You can go now. Same thing with Valhalla. She recently had a second child and she has not been on TV recently. Her contract's not being renewed. So it's versus being cut versus, hey, we're just not going to renew your contract. So the R-Truth one, it took me by surprise. I was like, wow, this is stunning because I thought he was for sure a lifer that could not be cut. But I think that a lot of UFC fans tried to school the WWE fans, or we've been through this because UFC thought they had lifers. Nope, they will cut you because of budget cuts, because of expenditures, because they're trying to make sure the bottom line looks pretty. But as I said before, wrestling fans are built a little bit differently. And if there is going to be enough of a pushback, can they do something about this? Because TKO is very money driven right now. They're very commercialized heavy, trying to milk WWE for all it's worth. We basically got Slim Jim on tables now. So that's how far deep in the weeds we are with commercialism in WWE. It's all about the almighty dollar. Is that going to be something that's going to cost this company long term? I don't know. But as we said, for every peak, there is a valley. For every upswing in WWE, that plateau will hit you. And they are hitting it ever so closely right now. Creatively, it's kind of stunted due to all of the upheaval this year regarding what could have been at WrestleMania. And now we have these cuts and releases over the last month or so. That's bringing morale down as well. We have the possible residency of WrestleMania in Las Vegas repeatedly over the years. So if they keep making these kind of decisions, what kind of pushback are we going to get from the fans? Are you going to keep going to these shows, paying exorbitant amounts of money to see these shows? Or are you going to pull back? And will TKO reassess how they do business? Because UFC is one thing, wrestling is a completely different animal, especially when you have an AEW who is on the upswing a bit, and now you are trying to punch them in the mouth a bit more by going head to head. You're kind of making mistakes that will kind of hurt you, not now, but give it a year, you feel the effects of it a bit more.
I don't think it'll affect anything as far as like business because they're not releasing anybody that is affecting, bottom line or drawing like that. But I will say this though, to just play devil's advocate and look at it from the other side of why you would release an R-Truth and a Braun Strowman who has a show coming out, and even a Miz, which is probably going to happen, Carlito and guys like that. You have a really good pipeline right now. Like you do have a really good pipeline, and you have a plethora of talent who aren't getting screen time for one reason or another, and the booking is absolutely a part of it. But just because, just bodies in general, you just have so many bodies, and you have the pipeline and the resources where you can start letting go of these bigger contracts, the higher money, the higher dollar money. Like I business wise, yeah, I see it, and I just don't see the pushback from fans being strong enough from anyone yet that it's going to make them be like, all right, we need to slow down, or we need to maybe keep this lifer. Like I think the R-Truth thing will go for another week or so, and then it's probably going to die down. Unless he does something on social media that's crazy, I think it'll just die down and we'll kind of move on. I don't see this being a thing like the CM Punk thing when he left.